Hello everybody, I'm Ajala. Today we'll be talking about Firebase. Firebase is a platform that enables you to build apps on web, mobile, cross-platform applications without actually writing a back-end code. So I would like you to start with this video. Just a second.
Developing a successful app isn't easy. To reach a broad audience, you'll need to consider your iOS, Android, and mobile web users. And to build for these platforms, you'll need a backend server to store data and support the apps. Of course, you want to get your users logged in, hopefully lots of users, which means your backend will have to scale. Then after you've solved your scaling problems, you'll have to find more ways to spread the word to get new users. But have you found a way to measure all this activity? And oh no, your app is crashing and causing servers to melt down, and you haven't even made a dime yet. Don't you wish this could be easier? This is why we built Firebase. It has all the tools you need to build a successful app. It helps you reach new users, keep them engaged, scale up to meet that demand, in addition to getting paid. So let Firebase handle the details of your app's backend infrastructure, user engagement, and monetization, while you spend more time building the apps your users will love. To manage and monitor your apps connected to Firebase, there's a web console to view crashes, set up experiments, track analytics, and a whole lot more.
Alright, that's pretty much it. So from the video you understand that there are a lot of tools that Firebase comes with to make you develop app faster and efficiently. We have tools that allow you to build develop apps and also test your app. There are also tools that enable you to grow and engage your audience. You see them listed here, and you can see all of them here. We'll be going through some of them as time goes on, but in this video we will be talking about authentication. Subsequent video we'll be talking about the real-time database, cloud storage, and other features that Firebase comes with. Okay, so to get started with Firebase, I would like us to look at the guide, which is down here. Clicking on that, okay, just a moment. All right, clicking on that, it takes you to this page where you have getting started, links that get you started with building apps on iOS, Android, and web, C++, and also Unity. So it's enable you to build iOS, Android, web, C++, and even Unity applications like games. Okay, but we are concerned about web, so I'll click on Get Started Guide for web. But before we do that, I would like us to go back to our Firebase and open our console. Here in my console, I can create an app. And also manage my app within this space. So here we'll copy a snippet that we'll add to our code on our website, and that will enable us to use Firebase within our application. So here I create a new project and call it Firebase, okay, Firebase 01 app. I select my country. I'm in Nigeria. Okay, and I create the project. Alright, to follow along with this tutorial, I will employ you to go to Firebase, github.com/jalasem/Firebase app 01 starter. I will add a link to the description of this video subsequently after I'm done with the recording. So with these, you can pull this code to your own system by clicking on this button here, download zip, or you clone using git clone. And here we go. You open it with your favorite editor. In my own case, I use Visual Studio Code, and I strongly recommend that. And that gives you this file structure: CSS, font, JS, index.html. You can do it with the README file. It's your choice, but I'm employed to leave other files here, like the JS that contain the app.js, which contain the logic of your app, and also the index.html that contain the markup of your website. So to get started with Firebase, I'll go into my console and I click on add Firebase to your web app. So this gives me some snippet that I'll add to my website to enable Firebase on my website. So I copy this code and paste into my script section on my page like this, and I copy this code too. Now if you check the JavaScript code, inside the code I told you to download or pull from my GitHub repository, you see initialize Firebase here. So I would like you to select from here, or just below this comment, select var config, just select all this code to this place. Okay, and I copy this, close it, and go back to my code, and I paste it just over here. Alright, Firebase is already initialized in my app. After that, I'll create some variables to make it easy for me to access some Firebase functionality. For example, authentication for today, I will say var auth equals firebase dot auth, and if I want to access the real-time database, I can say var database equals firebase dot database. Okay, just like that, I have Firebase database enabled in my app. A very quick preview of this app from scratch is available when you open your index.html file. In my own case, if I open it on my own site, this is what I get. Okay, you have your sign up and you have your login form. So basically, if you get authenticated, it's take you to the main app area. Let's look at the code very quickly. Looking at this page in the index.html file, you see auth splash and also app area. Okay, by default, sorry, just a mistake, that will not be in the code when I push it to GitHub, I promise. Okay, you can correct this on your own because I want it to be as plain as possible so that you to follow along from where I started from. Sorry. So it's currently hidden, and if you check my app, and that's the way it is. Okay, so this is my auth splash. That's everything you're seeing right now on the main on your app right now. Okay, inside it I have some CSS that make it look so awesome. Okay, I have my Firebase app, the sign up form, the sign up area, and also the login area. You can examine the code here. It's kind of very straightforward. I'm using materialized CSS for the as a framework for this app. It makes it very easy, and it's kind of very nice in terms of the look and feel. It's actually my favorite. Okay, so the next thing we'll be doing is creating the sign up function within our app. Okay, in the sign up div, I'll go straight down to this place where I have my submits, and you can see register. And if you check the app, I will type some dummy stuff here. I can say let me say Abdul Sami Ajala is my name, and my email is email@provider.com. okay, password is password, and I hit register. You can see you have attempting to sign up. Okay, if you have this within your app, then you are good to go. In the login section, if you type something like email@provider.com, in your own case you can type your own email, but for the sake of this tutorial I'll be using email provider and also password. So when I click on login, you see something like attempting to login, and that means you are good to go. Alright, so what we'll do is to create a sign up function. So how do you sign up with Firebase after we have initialized this app? After we have initialized Firebase in our app? Very simple. So you have something like function sign up. Okay, and in this function we'll be referring to the Firebase guide to get hint on how we can do this. Okay, in the Firebase app, if you check the address at firebase.google.com/docs/auth/web/stats. Okay, so for you to create a username, for example, you use the function firebase.auth create user with email and password, email comma password. We won't be using firebase.auth because we already created that variable before in our code, which is var auth equals firebase.auth. So in that case, we say auth dot create user with email and password. Okay, so your first argument will be email and the second argument will be what? Password. Then you can type then. So if this succeed, you can do anything you like with it. Alright, in my own case, I'll use the materialized toast function, which will give me just a very nice pop-up that says materialized.toasts sign up successful. Okay, and I would like that to last for just 5 seconds. That's 5,000 is 5 seconds. Okay, so but before I do this doesn't happen just by miracle. I need to get the inputs, I need to get the values in the input field. So how do I do that? I start by saying var email equals jQuery select new user email. You can see Control C, and I Control V here with hash before that. Okay, I get the value, obtain the value of that with .val, and I also get the password by saying jQuery selects hash new user password okay .val. That will also obtain the value of whatever is inside the password and assign it to my password variable here. Now I think I'm good to go. Okay, alright, so that's done. If it's successful, you see sign up successful posted to the screen, and if there's an error, it catch that error like this. Let's check the code again. Okay, sorry, that was a mistake. I have function error, and I have var error code equals error.code, and basically these are just error codes. We will not be covering that in this tutorial, so we'll simply just check out for the error message. So we have error message equals error.message, and that's pretty much it. We could just toast that to the screen. You have materialize. Sorry, let me find out in my material. Okay, let's test that out first within the app. I press Ctrl+Shift+K because I'm using Firefox. I have material. Okay, materialize.toast. Okay, it's materialized, not material. Sorry for that. So I have materialize.toast, and the message I want to toast, which is error or code, or I just toast out the message, which is error message, right? Okay, I want that to last for like 8 seconds, just to make it very obvious and easy for the user to read that error in full before it disappears. Okay, I'd like to update this with materialize, and that was just pretty much it. Just like that, we have a function, sign up function ready like that. and I would like to put this inside what the sign up form submit function over here. Okay, you can see this to do. It says delete the line above and call the sign up function. How do I do that? I delete this line above and I'll call the sign up function. So I'll say sign up like this. I'll go back. Okay, since I've done this, I can just clean off this to do, and the same thing I do up here. I say that to do that says create sign up function. I get rid of it now because I've already done what is in the to do. Okay, the same thing with the login function. Very fast. I say function login, and in this function login, I want to get the values of email just like we did in the sign up. I use the $sign, $select, which is jQuery select. I'll check out the login section, and I will just copy directly the email ID here, email input ID here. So I plug it in with an hash in front of it, just saying that I'm trying to select the login email and the ID with the selector login email dot var. Same with password. I say var password equals jQuery selects the ID. Okay, login password. Okay, login password dot var. So this obtains the value of the password, and then we now invoke our Firebase login function, which is auth dot sign in with email and password. The first argument will be the email, and the second argument will be the what? The password. Dot then function. Okay, function materialize. Okay, sorry, materialize dot toast successfully login. Okay, sorry, logged in. That should show for just 3 seconds, and if there is an error, it should catch it and toast the error too. Okay, function error. I will say var error message equals error dot message. Sorry, I'm a little bit fast in my typing. You have to pause and follow along with this video. All right, I'm just trying to save time. All right, so you have okay, now you want to toast this. You say materialize dot toast error message, and that should last for let's say 7 seconds. Okay, yeah, 7 seconds, so that the user will to read the error in full before it goes away. All right, that's for the login section, login function. I like to get rid of this to do, and down here I want to do what they asked me to do here with the instruction I put here, which is delete the line above and call the login function. So what I will do this, delete the line above, and I will call the login function. Okay, to implement that, I just call the login function I created up earlier. If you're using Visual Studio Code, you can hold your control down, and over on this code, you see exactly where you initialize the code, and that's pretty cool and nifty. I like that. All right, so that's for the login function. But before we go, I would like us to change the values in each of these fields to empty as soon as you click on what's it called, as soon as you click on submit, sorry, login or sign in or sign up. So I'll copy this and say after these toasts, I want the value to be empty, and that way it will be empty. I select these two, and I drop it here too. All right, I would like to duplicate this code over to the error side too. In case there's an error, just get the form empty and prompt the user to the user will know it's meant to type some new values again and try it again. Okay, in the sign up area, okay, you do the same. I copy this, and both in the success and the error block I do the same. Right. Okay, and also for the email. All right, yeah, sorry for that. Okay, so I drop it here too to empty the value, and over here too I drop it here to also empty the value. So this way, if we go back to our code, we should be able to see something. But in order to make it easier for us to see the effect of what we have done so far, let's go to the next to do, which is keep track of signing user and make them feel at home. Okay, how do we do that? There's a function in Firebase called on auth state change, which keep track of whether a user is signed in or signed out. Okay, very simple. We say auth dot on auth state change. Okay, let me quickly go back to the documentation. Okay, just a moment. Okay, yeah, so we initialize the function there with the argument of user, and here we go. Okay, if we now check if there is a user, so if there is a user, okay, if there is a user, I want to do something, and if there is no user, I want to do something else. Okay, so basically I just want to hide my auth splash and replace the view with the app area. So how do I do that? I select my auth splash like this, and I add a class of hide to it. So it basically add a class of hide which hide the auth splash, and again in the app area, okay, app area, I remove the class of hide from it. If you can see, as you can see here, there is a class of hide here. Okay, all right. So doing this, I'll reverse what I did here in the else. So this is checking every time the authentication state is changed, whether the user is authenticated or is not authenticated. So I want to do the same thing here, but vice versa. Okay, or as some front-end guys will say, as some, okay, fine, I'll say remove class, and here I'm adding a class. Okay, so let's go back to our app. We've written a lot of code, so let's see how that goes. All right, in the sign up field, I want to have something like name is Halabi Olono, and the email is alabi@olono.com. Password is password, and I click on register. Okay, what happened is, behind the hood, okay, this user, okay, you see this error, the given sign-in provider is available for this Firebase project, and basically the problem is I didn't add email provider as one of the options in the app. So let's go to authentication on the console, and in sign-in method tab I enable email and password sign-in provider, just like this. I enable it and I save. Okay, let's go back to our app and hit the sign-in button, register button. Okay, and yeah, just like that. We have, okay, that's a little error. New user password is not a function. We check that. Okay, fine. Automatically like this, we can see I'm logged into the app after sign up. Okay, let's create a sign up function. Okay, so here I'll create a function, and to sign out is very simple. Just a single function. You say auth dot sign out. Okay, all right, as simple as that. So I need to call that in my function. I need to check the name of the class of that sign out. Okay, I have ID logout here, so very simple. I jQuery select hash logout, and I watch out for the click events. Whenever a user click on this, something should happen. And what is it? I want the logout function. I want the sign out function to be invoked, and as simple as this. So back to our app, reload. Okay, so when I hit the logout button, it takes me back to the to the outside of the app. Well, we will notice that this what's it called? These feeds are not affected. They are supposed to be set to empty. The values are meant to be emptied. So let's check that in our sign up function. Okay. Okay, we have a new user var. Okay, new user password var. Okay, we fix that later. My time is running out. Let's go to the login. Okay, I have alabi at olono.com, and password is what I set as a password. Logging in, it takes me into the app. Okay, I made a mistake in materialize, and it's saying materialize not defined. Alright, so let me fix that. Okay, materialize, just a typo, sorry about that. Alright, fine, that's just pretty much it. Today we've been able to see how authentication works, and I think we have a wonderful time together. I'll see you next time. Thank you.